Shipping 2006 state that proactive approach to classroom and behavior management should be well structured, deliberate, and is built directly into instructional approach design and delivery. Shipping 2006 also illustrates by carefully designing tasks, designing and illustrating reinforcement strategies, rules and routines. Teachers motivate their students, improving their student academic and behavioral competencies and preventing persistent behavioral problems from arising. Robertson 2020 supports this by stating that proactive approaches prevent problems and promote positive behavior, and promoting various opportunities for successful learning and positive reinforcement and consequences for misbehavior if needed likewise are essential. Example routines include skills development during winter and performance reinforcement during spring, whereas relational and proactive approaches for classroom and behavior management also correlate through the trust-based relational intervention (TBRI) correcting principles, emphasizing that proactive lessons are best received when students feel connected and safe, where teachers design mini lessons to address behavior skills positively to avoid harmful responses for misbehavior. Responsive correction utilizes the four levels of response: playful engagement, structured engagement, calming engagement, and proactive engagement to enhance healthy dialogue within the classroom. The MTSS offers a valuable school-wide approach supporting the demand-side requirements for evidence-based practices. It offers three-tiered systems of support: Tier 1, 2, and 3. Tier 1 uses differentiated instruction based on student assessment data that involves instruction for all students. Tier 2 includes more intensive and explicit intervention, particularly done in small groups, whereas in Tier 3 involves individualized or one-on-one intervention. Establishment phase routines and descriptive encouragement are the chosen strategies. Establishment phase routines mean explicitly teaching and rehearsing the transition whilst using consistent cues like a countdown, a song, or a visual timer. Descriptive encouragement means noticing and naming the specific desired behavior as it happens, like, "I can see you're packing away your blocks, thank you," rather than generic phrases. This is extremely crucial in foundation. As Rogers 2015 states, these are both core to the establishment phase of teacher-student relationships, where clear, predictable routines reduce the likelihood of low-level behavior from escalating in the first place. The contextual factors influencing behavioral expectations are the developmental stage, kinder students, and inclusive practice. Executive function and self-regulation skills are still developing at this age, kinder students, which means stopping an enjoyable task and shifting attention on demand asks a lot on their young brain. Mental development differs from every child, hence an inclusive pedagogy that creates a safe, predictable, and safe classroom or environment prevents and controls aggressive behaviors from arising. Establishment phase routines mean explicitly teaching and rehearsing the transition itself using consistent cues like a countdown, a song, or a visual timer that provide time awareness prior the transition, applied with descriptive encouragement like, I can see you're packing away your blocks now, thank you," that are applied to the whole class, which means Tier 1, prevents protests and unwanted behavior from arising. Derived from Part A, proactive strategies include countdowns, transition songs, and visual timers, in which these provide warnings before the transition itself happens, thus preventing the antecedent identified in the FBA before it starts, and it must be applied to the whole class, therefore it is classified as Tier 1. Relational behavior management techniques include, I can see you've packed away your blocks now, thank you. This creates a positive relationship by acknowledging the correct process of transition by the student. However, if the behavior or the event worsens, use de-escalatory language as stated by Rogers. It gives the student a moment and a simple choice rather than a direct confrontation. Instructionally, the transition is explicitly taught and rehearsed, where scaffolding is used towards the skill development process, rather than punishing the students where the skill is being absent. Deriving from Part A again, Slide 12 regards a warm approach that contrasts with Slide 13's sudden approach and forceful non-example. Feedback must also be immediate, specific, and must also reinforce the desired behavior through the descriptive encouragement rather than generic phrases. My group in Part A used a tiered, school-wide positive behavior support framework, and is also used by Catholic and public schools across the ACT. Deriving again from Part A, this framework shifts priorities to safety and co-regulation, relaxed vigilance, thus promoting prevention through establishment phase routines and descriptive encouragement as part of everyday teaching rather than as a response to a specific incident. This notion aligns with my professional responsibilities and role in maintaining a positive culture by sustaining a safe and inclusive classroom, treating all the factors that cause aggressive behavior and scaffolding strength based strategies to help with student skill development. Thank you for listening.